Hi, welcome to the Mom series, The Misunderstanding of Multiplicity. I'm using a new camera, so I don't know if it's really, it's hard to tell if it's working yet. I haven't got all my settings set up. And my battery's running low, so I'm going to try to say this really as condensed as I can, because I've got a headache trying to figure out calm. Okay, so as many of you know, G Plus and YouTube have synced again, one more thing, or made another rollout change, which was for the purpose of increasing discussion and traffic on YouTube, they say. Their threads say the purpose was to, excuse me, increase conversation and dialogue on people's videos. So what they did was, as many of you know, when you come to YouTube, you get your comments in your inbox, and then you also get them, a lot of people get them in their personal mail and messages, if you have your account set up that way. And then they also come in your Gmail, which your Gmail you have to have for your YouTube account. And last year you had to have the G Plus for your YouTube. So, and it synced our names, which then you had to have that for Blogger and just all the other things. So, obviously Google's getting greedy. We know that. But they have successfully shot themselves in the foot by trying to increase discussion on threads. They've done the opposite. I will give some examples. Okay. As it is right now, and they're aware of this problem because everybody's having a fit about it, but as it is right now, say you go to a video that was made 5 years ago and you want to make a comment. There will always be a comment box for you to make a comment. After your comment, there will be reply in the left-hand corner below it, and anybody can come along and reply to your comment, and then somebody can continue to reply to that comment. However, you can't go down the thread, whereas before you could. Like, say a fourth of the way down, say you didn't get a chance to read the whole thread, but a fourth of the way down the thread, somebody says something very interesting that you can relate to, or that makes sense, or that maybe you want to just speak to. There used to be a little reply button there where you could do that, or it's a comment you didn't catch in your notifications. Happens a lot. Now you go to recheck your videos, and there's a new comment there, but there's no reply. You can't reply to it. So, that's one of the downfalls. Number two is if you go to your, sorry, I know I'm moving around a lot. If you go to your page, what you might have gotten is a message first in an orange bar that says notifications from YouTube have been changed from your inbox to G+. If you don't have a G+ account, make a G+ account. Or make a new YouTube account. Now, if you make a new YouTube account, they're going to tell you to make a G+ account again. So it's just kind of circular, which I really hate, going in circles. Okay, so now, other thing is that, say a person makes 3 comments on a video. In the G+ notifications, it will have one alert. It'll say that person's username and say, this person commented on your video. So now you go to reply to it, and then it's gone. Okay? Now, it'll take you right to your video or the video that it was on. You go to it and say there's 3 more comments from that person below that. Well, there's no way to reply to those. You can only reply to the top, um, because they've condensed, like say, all right, let me give you another example. On my video before last where I said I was signing off, that was made before the switch. So, um, so I literally can't reply on my video at all. Anything that is written there, indivisibles, thank you for your comments. Um, there's no way of me replying there. The only thing I could do is go to the top comment and write at, the little at sign that we do for email and everything, and your username, but that wouldn't notify you. I mean, you would have to be sitting on top of the video reading it, right? So, still no way of getting back to you. Say I'm watching a video about how to rebuild a carburetor, and I know nothing about rebuilding carburetors, but I'm reading the thread, because a lot of times I'll find out more in the thread than I do in a video. And so I'm reading the thread. And if somebody made a comment that was very useful, or a comment that was very cuckoo, or something that was that you wanted to speak to, that was maybe a myth or a misunderstanding or just nonsense, and if you really wanted to get into it and make a comment on a thread, way down in the thread, there's no reply there. So you cannot keep discussing what is said in the video. So say I know that the instructions that the person gave to rebuild the carburetor, which I wouldn't know, but I guess I could if I went and read a book about it. But say I wanted to say, okay, look, what you're saying is wrong, what they're saying is right. If I just wanted to do that, you can't. So for all the teaching videos out there, where, I mean, I've watched a lot of guitar teaching videos where people will be talking about this is the proper way to hold your hand to do a riff or whatever, do slide, all these things, and the difference between a 5-string and a 12-string and whatever. And then along somebody will come and be like, oh no, you would never want to do this, you would want to do that, and or I find this technique works better with my hand, or whatever. You can't do that. You can't. You could. I mean, you could start at the very top, and you could say somebody down in the thread mentioned this and mentioned their name, but you can't let that person know that what they said was valuable anymore, and that matters. So I wanted to say, Indivisibles, thank you so much for commenting, and happy November, and thank you for reminding me that there are so many different kinds of representations and perspectives and experiences, and that mine does matter. And thank you for taking the time, Odessa and crew, to write. And thank you to Safe Hugs, Odessa and crew. Thank you for writing. And I couldn't get back at all to. The only thing I could think of is try to PM you. I don't know how that works. I don't know if everybody over the pond got the switch over yet, but so far I'm just running in circles, and I never wanted to be in circles. So I think that YouTube been trying to get everyone greedily, or not YouTube, Google, over to G+, yeah. So I hope they fix it. I hope the next thing isn't going to be we must use a Chrome browser, or God only knows what the next thing's going to be, but it's all a bit too much for my head. I got a headache. I like a really clean website. Really, I don't like a lot of busy. Um, I don't like to have to keep going here and there and everywhere. I like to go to one site and everything's right there. I mean, I think I'm a one-stop shopper. So it's hard to. Um, I haven't even figured out how to make another channel. You know, about a year ago, I wanted to separate my cooking videos from talking about multiplicity and other topics and make another channel. Um, and it always tells me I have to make a new account and then I would lose these videos, or do I want to upload and sync these videos to that account, which wouldn't make sense. So I just gave up on that process of having a second channel. I know a lot of people have a second channel, but I think you have to make a whole new Gmail account, because if you try to use the same Gmail account, it will upload all your videos. I don't know. Anybody tell me how to do that? Thank you. I would love to know. If there's something in my settings that I need to change so that I could have my reply buttons back, so I could reply to you guys, that would be great. Also, very interesting thing is now when you go to the YouTube page, there's a red bar that says most of the comments for YouTube are now at G+. And I think that's more accurate, most, because a lot are missing. Um, So I wanted to just say Happy November and wish everyone well and say congratulations to Tommy and Melissa, Tommy Jameson and Melissa. Congratulations on your wedding and thank you for sharing it with everyone. Thank you, Cheryl, from Zen Ambient, for letting me know there is a petition on change.org to get our comments back and not have to be with Google Plus if you don't want to be. Thank you for all your support. Lori, I hope you're doing well. I miss you, and I hope everybody fared well with the tornadoes. It was windy last night here, but we're in upper western New York. I know that Ohio got hit really bad, and Illinois, and my prayers go out to you. And stay safe. And to Multiplicity and Me, your blood pressure video I think was really cool. What I would say is, if you're co-running and you're co-conscious with several others, even though they're not out front switching, using the mouth, they're still using the body. So the way it was explained to me is, say you have 5 people that switch a lot and co-run and are co-conscious. Your blood pressure would then probably even out to the average, being if everyone ran a little high, the blood pressure would generally be a little high. But I still think you should get it checked by your doctor because it was really high. Always wait 5 minutes in between taking it or sneak up on a person to take it. I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, Astrid runs generally between 90 top number and 100 and 60, 70 something bottom number, and the rest of us tend to run high, real high. And if she's around during medical procedures, she can kind of even it out to a lower blood pressure. I wouldn't try that with allergies. I wouldn't try that kind of tryout with allergies. Don't do that. I want to eat your curry dish, Ed, on your next video. And I love Tommy Jamerson and Melissa and the group have a new channel called Disassociative Eats, which Cheryl let me know about. Thank you, Cheryl. Great recipes there. Go see them. And our peanut gallery, I really want to let you know I'm praying for your mom, that everything work out. And I'm also praying for your situation with your therapist. Ups and downs come, and I hope that you're going to be able to work through it. I know you will. I just have a good feeling about that. It's not you. It's not you at all. And please don't put that on yourself. And I'm wishing you well. And to everybody else that I'm forgetting, a zillion people, take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.